Welcome, welcome, welcome. He can rope, he can ride. Someone warn the devil and tell him that he can't hide. From this man, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pepito. Absolutely. Oh, here we go. An extended applause break.
Thank you.
My hero as well. Pepito, you crushed it. Good God. All right. Pepito, how are you doing?
So good.
That is lovely to hear. This week, we're once again in El Paso, and majesty is all that I can see. We're talking El Paso 2, The Devil and Rodeos, on Caveman News, episode 43.
El Paso.
Cruising with Crosno.
Are you going to El Paso?
Hell yes! With 20 boots and bells on. El Paso authorities are in part of a satanic ritual.
I get it. Cruising classics. We're here on Cruising with Crosno. Cruising classics. We're here on Cruising with Crosno.
Is it La Madonna or is it
La Marrana?
You know I would never say that. I'm too innocent, right?
Wow. Pepito, that was a great one. I love the Cruising with Crosno samples. They really tie the whole beat together. I see here in the chat, Soy Teresa says, great beat. And Cinderoni agrees. Oh, I forgot to put it back on both of us. And Cinderoni, aka Cindy, from our, what was it? Our astrology episode. She left us an answering machine message to play that was very good. And I almost want to tell everybody what it was, but I'm going to save that and play it next week, maybe. The issue is I didn't have time to make the captioning for it, and this is an inclusive stream, isn't it, Pepito?
Yes, very much.
Soy Teresa says Pepito has that Juarez filter on, and I must agree. But nobody can argue that the beat was incredible. I am all of a sudden wondering if there is doubling. And just to make sure, okay, I muted that. So that should take care of any doubling. Oh, Sweet Teresa in the chat says there is no doubling. But so much to get to this episode, Pepito. Don't we have a ton to get to?
So much. You were talking about it. You're like, I can't wait. It's so jam packed.
I know. And you even said we're going to be 30 minutes in, and you're going to be saying, gosh, we haven't started the show yet. And that's true. That is typically how things go. But we're jumping right to it. We're going to be discussing the devil and rodeos as they pertain to here in El Paso, where we both are. And I'm very excited for that. Sweet Teresa says we're a third of the way into the intro. And yes, that is true. Why don't we get the ball rolling and call our movie critic, Sean Norris? Would you call the Caveman News headquarters phone number so that we can three-way call Sean?
Yes,
Please.
doing it.
Pepito, is that you?
It's me.
Okay.
And I'm here.
All right. Hang on, I need to get out my magnifying glass so I can make sure I'm hitting the right button here. Okay. So, flash. So 575 6 80 50 72. Okay. Unbelievable. Wow. Okay. Let's reset the counter back to 0 weeks in a row that Sean has answered his phone. I wanted to ask him what streaming services he has, you know? So that we could make a request for him to watch something. Oh, God.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
It calls you back, right? If I don't do anything and just leave it on.
Yes. But, you know, sometimes you can't get Sean on the phone. But, as mentioned, he will be... Yes, Soy Teresa with the hijuela. But, you know me, I am a planner through and through from the break of dawn until the next break of dawn. I'm all about it. And we know somebody who happens to know a lot about rodeos. Don't you recall?
Yes, we do.
Who?
Brittany.
Okay. Well, I happen to know that she was at a rodeo today.
No way.
And I say we call her. Why don't you call the number again, and then we can see when you call, I'll answer, and then Pepito, is that you?
It's me.
Okay. I'm going to dial her, and then when she answers, I am going to merge the calls. So just hold. What is that? Oh, is that just your microphone?
Just advertisements.
Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. I am going to three-way call her. I've got her number. I don't have it memorized, and I will not be speaking it out loud. God, I tried to write big, and it's still too small to see. Okay. Okay.
Hello?
Brittany,
Hey, what's up?
this is
Hi.
Caveman News. This is Conda and Pepito on the line.
Oh, yeah.
Good. We were just
Good?
saying that you were at a rodeo today of some sort, were you not?
Yes, I sure was. My
And
daughter,
in what capacity?
she's actually, she's 5. She's just like she was like the lead line horses. They do bears and poles and different events and stuff. And she's on a little pony. And of course, her dad leads her around like the arena and stuff right now. But eventually she'll get to like ride on her own. But she does events and they get like, awards and stuff like that. So it's pretty
Nice.
cool.
That's awesome.
Yes,
And
sir.
and I was gonna say, what other events does your daughter do?
There's an event where essentially they just go out on the horse, they go around a barrel. You have to get a flag from the middle of the barrel. And if they get it, they don't drop it just to get back. And then they count the time and stuff like that. There's different events. So, we have barrels, which you go around all 3 barrels and then go back without knocking them over. And then we have poles, pole bending is what they call it. And so they go out on the horse and they go through like a series of poles, like in and out, sort of,
Yeah.
2 times, and then they have to go without knocking any over, and they have to go back down, and then they run off and try and get back faster than anybody else. And so, she did very good today. She's very
Nice.
good.
Excellent.
her dad was actually a professional bull rider, back in his day.
Wow.
There's a little bit, yeah, there's a little bit of a help there.
Have you ever ridden the bull?
Heck no. Only the mechanical kind. Yeah, no, I'm not the rodeo type. I tried to be. The dream started to go to the money on the tail,
Yeah.
But I like to go watch them.
Excellent. Hey, we're having some phone difficulties, so we're gonna have to
Okay.
cut this short. I'm sorry, but thank you.
That's okay.
We should start doing the regular call. I'll
Absolutely.
talk to you later. We'll set something up. But good
Okay.
talking to you. Jeez, Pepito, are you there?
I'm here. Ugh.
Could you decipher any of that?
It sounded like her daughter does barrel
Okay,
riding,
I
like
see. I didn't even
weaving
get
in
that.
and out of barrels.
I see
Sounds
in the
hard.
chat, Soy Teresa says Charlie Brown adult ass voice, and that is exactly how she sounded to me, like a Charlie Brown adult. But in a perfect world, Chan would have answered, and we would have gotten his movie review in, and then I was gonna say after his movie review said, "Hey, we're about to call Brittany. Do you have any message for her?"
Ooh.
And then we could call Brittany and give her Sean's message. It would have been great.
Yeah.
But somehow, for the uninitiated, let me turn that down. Brittany, every time I'm not talking shit, not insulting, but I think it's fairly evident that every time she is on, there are some technical difficulties.
Yeah. It's just
Do you agree?
it's to be expected, but at least
Yeah.
she participates and she's just fun.
Exactly.
She's a really great person, friend,
I
and
just think it's funny
colleague.
that even when we try to make it just a phone call, we still mess that up. Because I think the call with Sean last week went well. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
What can you do? Brittany was telling me she actually started a tarot YouTube where she does
But
tarot readings
wow,
and
Got it.
things. And hang on, Soy Trees in the chat says, I blame interference from the spirits. We should get Texas Paranormal on the case. And absolutely. We got to
Aaron.
get them on the stream. Golly.
those new haircuts,
Yeah, well, I think
Aaron.
Aaron. Yeah, I think Aaron got the new haircut. Whatever. But also another person that's a part of the Caveman News family is Cindy, who is doing our astrology lately. And Cindy told me that she does tarot as well. So I don't know if there's a team up, a Cindy Brittany team up, or
battle, tarot
oh
battle.
my god, tarot battle. They play each other at tarot. Oof. Golly.
I play the fool.
Cindy says I do, and a big exclamation point on it. So that's emphatic.
Ooh,
I think. But yeah,
a must see.
big shout out to Brittany and her tarot YouTube. I saw one of the videos. But yeah, Brittany was telling me that she had her daughter in the event today. She sent me a video. It was very cool. Her daughter is riding through them barrels, all that stuff. Papito, look at it hasn't even been 30 minutes and we're already we're ready to actually start the show. Cinderoni says, I would never battle Brittany because I'm afraid of her beauty. Oh, come on, Cindy. You got it like that. I mean, no, see, I started that sentence, but I don't want to take any sides and say anybody has more beauty than anybody else on this show, I should keep my aesthetic opinions to myself. Both women are beautiful.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
Like me.
Soy Teresa says, girl, PLS. So that's where Soy Teresa stands. Maybe she's responding to Cindy. Pepito, don't let me ramble like this forever. We have so many good stories to get to.
Get to the juice.
What do you want to start with? Do you want to start with rodeo or the devil?
The devil.
Soy Teresa says nobody can stop you from rambling, and that's the problem. And maybe it is. Maybe that is the. I think every good medium.
I promise I'll get smarter.
Betting against the odds of tomorrow. But I think every piece of art in the world has to at least have one thing that is derailing it. And that is very important because art isn't beautiful if it can't fall apart before your eyes very quickly. Was that profound?
Fragile. Yes. Makes sense.
I'm doing a big sip over here.
It's Coca-Cola veins.
Yes, I like that Mexican Coca-Cola. They got that good style here in El Paso. Oh, Soy Chorizo played the big sip. Yes, for sure. So, Pepito, what do you want to start with? The devil or rodeo?
Devil.
All right, let's go. Let's see. All right, I've got a whole screen on my stream deck with the devil and the rodeo separated. So let's go. I think this red button will be the first piece of El Paso devil
Hell yeah.
newspaper.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oof, I love a good hell yeah loop. All right, let's do this. Can you read that?
The Devil's Triangle is home to heroin shooting galleries and gang hideaways. Prostitutes work out of cheap Dyer Street hotels, and young thugs regularly rob teenage GIs who, against the advice of commanders at Fort Bliss, wander onto darkened back streets off the beaten path of cheesy bars, tattoo parlors, and strip joints. I almost said tater pot parlors.
Tater parlors? Golly. You're on one. Soy chorizo gave a ha ha.
Taters.
But yeah, the Devil's Triangle. Are you very familiar with it?
I think, well, just from what you've mentioned once, but not really, no.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
I've been
lived
there
there-
and I didn't know.
I lived there for about 2 years. There in the Devil's Triangle. And yeah, I lived on Dyer Street. And what does it say here about the
Young thugs.
cheap Dyer Street hotels? And my neighbor used to sell crack out of one of the cheap motels over there on Dyer. And I can't remember his name. Oh wait, you haven't had an iPhone for that long, have you?
No. Well, I had one long time ago, maybe. Who knows?
See, I don't understand all the technology. It's beneath me. But when I back up my phone and I can when I get a new phone, I can make it remember my past phone. And I still have numbers in my phone from 2007 or something like that. And the thing is, what do you do in your phone? Do you put people's first and last names?
No, unless there's multiples, then I have to specify which is which. Generally just first names. Unless I like their last name. Like Cindy's, I'll put her full name.
Yeah. Okay.
Soy chorizo. Oh, yeah. The important people get full name.
Okay. I like to give people nicknames in my phone. And then that's cool because I love a nickname. I love
aliases.
Yes, aliases. Episode. God, that'd be so sick if I
something.
could remember what
Just
episode that
recall it.
was and just be like,
36.
that was episode 27. We talked about aliases. But no, it was after that.
The 30 something.
Yeah. Cinderoni says, I get full name. Fuck yeah. I recently started texting with Cindy and everything. And when I went to put her name in my phone, there was already an entry for her. And she was in my phone as first name Cindy, last name Plant. And I'm not sure when I put her in my phone like that. Cindy says she assigns an emoji to each contact, but never assign the same one twice. So yeah, Cindy, you are Cindy Plant in my phone, and you've probably been that since 2009 or 10 or somewhere. But I was trying to say, my neighbor who used to sell crack out of a cheap motel on Dyer Street in the middle of the Devil's Triangle. I still have his phone number. It's in my phone, and it's listed under building over because he was in the building over from me. I don't know. Maybe I should just try to call him real quick.
Next star.
Yeah. I've got so many numbers in my phone because I never delete anything. I've got one, and it just says Albuquerque Journal Reporter. And that was a reporter that I gave an hour and a half interview to, and he never printed it, like in 2009. And I keep thinking I should like call him back now, almost 2 decades later, and be like, "You gonna print that thing?" I don't even remember what I talked about.
Hurry up with that.
Exactly.
I like having businesses. And
You have
in restaurants.
businesses in your phone? What?
Like
Who are you calling?
the Department of Reclamation and City Hall and Chamber of Commerce, the Kern Argus, all the important establishments.
Speaking of which,
Carlsbad.
they just announced the Carlsbad 40 under 40, and I don't think they're going to put us in there unless they expand it to like 42 under 40. Maybe then we would get in there, but
I'm spiritually in my 60s.
Exactly. You know what my neurologist told me?
I'm an elder.
Yeah. My neurologist told me that I have the brain.
What did he tell you?
She told me that I have the brain shrinkage of a man in his 60s. So I have a doctor's note that says that I am slow. Soy Teresa says she is spiritually a few hundred years old. But I'll tell you, she doesn't look it. So yeah, that's the Devil's Triangle. It's formed. I should know this if I'm going to be speaking it into the microphone, but it is Dyer Street and Hondo Pass is another angle of the triangle. And Patriots Freeway, maybe, is the third. But it's a triangular little neighborhood, and that is the Devil's Triangle. And
damn,
absolutely. And so to me, when I think about El Paso and the devil, I think about the Devil's Triangle. Soy Teresa says crack dealer neighbor was just preserving the historical integrity. Quite noble. And I do agree. What year was this? Can you see that, Pepito?
1992.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, please be alert that the Devil's Triangle has gotten better, but they still sell crack out there, and they, free enterprise. Let's see what other devil stories I have. Can you read this one?
Graffiti is also a growing concern for police who patrol the neighborhood. But Nathaniel Macias, who owns 22 apartment units, said he has grown accustomed to the problem. The people that help you take it off are making it worse because they cover it with paint that doesn't match the property, Macias says. I don't get them to clean it anymore because it is worse. Wow,
absolutely.
He's never going to be happy.
Well, no. And I think that's a great moral to be learned, a lesson for all of us to learn. Don't try to remove the graffiti. I knew a guy who did wander around and do some graffiti there in the Devil's Triangle, and I haven't been in, many years. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It was 2018 was probably the last time I was there, January 2018. But I do hope my graffiti is still up there and people are respecting the wishes of this 22 apartment landlord. Whatever. And here we go. Can you read this one?
Residents of an area nicknamed Devil's Triangle are hoping civic projects and a new task force will change their neighborhood's image to Angel's Triangle. Ooh.
And there, I think you can see an outline of the. Oh wait, of the Devil's Triangle. They tried to make it, as can be seen in this. They tried to say they were changing the name to the to the Angel's Triangle, but I can't imagine that stuck. We have in the chat, first time chatter, High Priestess 1311, or maybe that's High Priestess 1311. Who knows? But they say, I found the chat, and then it's Brittany.
Dang.
Should we do an applause for Brittany real quick? I mean, while we're here. Let's see. I can do this. I know how to do this.
Ooh, sounded
Ooh. Soy Chorizo got it. So we'll let Soy Chorizo's applause play.
Brittany in the chat.
So good. You crushed it. But I still want to play the my cheering here. Outstanding. Brittany is bowing. Wait. Oh, my cheering didn't play. Okay. Sorry, Pepito, but we got to do this one more time. I can't not have my cheer play. I know how to do it. Okay, here we go. Boom. We got it. Success.
Three.
Thank you, Pepito. Oh, wait, do you have all the numbers? Can you do 1, 3, 1, 1?
4. 1, 2, 3.
No. 1, 3, 1, 1. That's Brittany in the chat.
1, 1, 1, 3.
Fuck yeah.
1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1.
God. High Priestess Brittany in the chat says Ric Flair. Woo! And I've been doing that a lot tonight. That's funny that Brittany came in with the woo because I've been wooing tonight, Pepito. You're my witness.
I did hear you do that. And it made me think of Migos.
Migos?
They have a Ric Flair song.
Ugh. No. You think about Ric Flair. Come on. Okay. Now, what's our next devil?
You's a fool, baby. What's wrong with you, man?
Sick. Oh, thank you, Pepito. That's one of my favorite ones.
Mine too.
Have
And
you...
The wall.
You know what I would really like? Nobody has ever hit the new technical malfunction sound alert. I think it's called Fix It Cobra or something like that. So, Pepito, if you've got that on your phone, I would love for that one to drop.
There's nothing called that. It just says difficulties of tech.
Yeah. I don't know how to delete the old ones, but...
And then there's one called tech issues.
Brittany, High Priestess 1311 says, Rey Mysterio's song is pretty sick. Are you familiar with that one, Pepito?
You might have played it before, I think. I don't remember.
Nah, I've never heard it.
Oh, never mind.
You were the one saying...
Dude, this thing is now functioning like crazy.
Amigos. Cinderoni played the technical issues. Maybe the Cobra alert isn't up there. Maybe I messed it up. I don't know. Pepito, can you read this headline?
Satanic cults are tempting El Paso's youth.
Wow. What year is
How
that?
dare they? 1984.
Oof. I hope El Paso survived. I read this whole article. It is a long one. Let's see. Look at that. You want to read all that real quick for me? Fuck.
5 screens too far.
Yeah, for sure. Nobody can read all of that. But basically, the gist of it is they are saying that there is
3,
Satanists in El Paso. They're in 1984, and they're trying to recruit people in the high school. Oof. And they were saying that, geez Louise, all of a sudden I can't talk. Hold on, Pepito.
It's like sports. They're going around scouting youth.
Yeah. And they're saying they, geez
Dude,
Louise.
this thing is now functioning like crazy.
Oh no.
Oh, there's another. See, I think we have 3 malfunction sound alerts. So 2 of them have been hit. And yes, my throat is all of a sudden
create a new one. Frog in the throat.
High Priest is 1311, aka Brittany says, "Don't drink the Kool-Aid." So there you
love
go.
Kool-Aid.
But yeah, Kool-Aid's nice. And let's be honest, the cult at Jonestown, what was it? Flavor Aid? It wasn't actually Kool-Aid. They did the knockoff thing. That's a little bit of trivia for you. But
the cheaper
yes,
version.
They were scared of the teens being recruited by devil cultists. And I read this whole article. As mentioned, it is very long, but they talk about all these innocuous things like, well, the teens say somebody came up to them and said, "Do you want to worship Satan with me? You want to sign this contract to the devil?" And I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. But that's what was being reported. And they also talked about the cult members showing up and like stalking people, and they're wearing black robes with hoods. And sometimes their faces are painted white, and sometimes painted black, and sometimes painted red. So
Kabuki?
No, man. Kabuki. Are we talking wrestling again? The great wrestler, the great Kabuki.
Japanese theater.
I know what you meant. Oh, High Priestess 1311 says, reminds me of Werewolf Hill supposed shenanigans. Did you ever mess around on Werewolf Hill, Pepito?
I don't know. That's why Brittany's an awesome
God,
person.
Brittany let us know about Phoenix, which has become my favorite thing about doing this show, is bringing up how every topic ties back into Phoenix and Lone Wolf, the other outlaw city on the outskirts of Carlsbad. But this is El Paso month. We're reporting live from El Paso for the rest of the month. So not going to talk about Phoenix, but big thanks to Brittany for hipping us to that. I can't wait to get back to Carlsbad so I can tie every topic back to Phoenix. Okay. Cinderoni in the chat says, if tonight's episode was a wrestler, it would be The Undertaker. What do you think about that, Pepito?
Yeah. That's which one's that?
What?
That's all
Which
right.
one's The Undertaker? Jeez Louise. Mark
that one
Calloway? The
See
red
the big
booger?
See the big buff one with the face?
Oh, the big buff one with the face. Yeah, that could be. I don't know.
He does.
High Priestess 1311 says, when I went to this church in 6th grade, the youth leader took me to Werewolf Hill to pray for the bad people who go there. Ooh, that rules. It's like the
She's
see you at the
protected the
pole thing where
future.
everybody prays around the flagpole, but see you at
Oh,
the Werewolf
yeah.
Hill. That'd be so cool.
For all the future
I'm
visits
thinking,
we must protect.
yes, I'm thinking just because the whole concept of this El Paso month, I've thought we should revisit topics that we've talked about before and talk about how they relate, what their history is in El Paso, right?
Yes. Right.
Well, I keep thinking we have to at least talk about wrestling at some point because El Paso has such a wrestling history. I think that was the last big wrestling show I went to was El Paso in 8th grade, and my grandpa took Air Hag and I.
What?
So sick.
So jealous.
Brother Bink says, my youth pastor told me he went to
Brother
Werewolf
Bink.
Hill and someone had sacrificed a monkey inside a pentagram. Oh no.
Poor monkey.
Gosh. That was another thing. People in that long article that I read, they were talking about finding animal sacrifice places outside of El Paso in the desert.
Oh, yeah.
And that just made me think,
Bunch of goats.
ooh, High Priestess 1311 says she saw Air Hag recently.
Oh, wow.
Golly.
Air Hag sighting. Air Hag sighting.
I
Get him on the news.
I want to. I sent him a Facebook message like a month or two ago, and he just ignored me. He's still cool. I can't talk to the guy. But hope he's doing well. What was I going to say? I get so lost. Okay. High Priestess 1311 says he is still Air Hag-ish. So that's good. Oh, yeah. I was talking about how the article talked about people reporting that they found animal sacrifice places out in the desert outside of El Paso. And all I could think about was how my the dog that I lived with for many years, the little Chihuahua, her name was Hoof. I found her in the desert outside of Las Cruces, and there were a lot of weird. I should have gotten the picture. I check my Facebook things you posted on this day, and I took a screen capture, but like a few days ago, there was something that I posted in 2014, and it was all the bones I found in one morning walk because I collected all the bones I found and brought them back home. That was very cool. But yeah, I found Hoof out there, so maybe she escaped an animal sacrifice. It could have been. High Priestess 1311 says I heard about that. So could be. And Soy Teresa says you were talking about wrestling. And maybe I was. And maybe we will talk about El Paso wrestling at some point. But we have other things we need to discuss tonight. And one of those is rodeos. So let's start right here. I got something for you to read. Ready, Pepito?
Very much so.
Oh, gosh. No, this one's too long. I don't want to make you read that whole thing. But that headline, was it say Oklahoma flea keeps rodeo clown scratching? And this was a pretty good read. It was about the rodeo clown and all of his antics. And one of the things was he had a puppy in the pocket of his pants. I think it was I can't remember, but it was some type of puppy. And as a part of his, what?
Pekingese.
Okay,
Pekingese?
okay, it was a Pekingese, and he would say that that was a giant flea, Texas-sized flea. So, very funny bit. I really enjoyed a joke that. Okay, I can't. Brittany just said something
The
in the
animal
chat.
sacrifices. My neighbor at my grandma's took me to a room behind her house that was a shed that had bloody handprints and devil horns all over it. But let's talk rodeo. That shit was scary.
AF. That was scary AF.
Man, all y'all people have some satanic experiences.
Yeah, I mean, the Southwest is a gold mine for it, and maybe I'm just saying that because I'm a Southwestern man, and that is what my surroundings were. But I think there is a lot of satanic stuff out here in our surroundings. I was gonna say the joke that I really enjoyed from this article about the rodeo clown. He told the rodeo clown told the announcer that he had some old girlfriends that were retired teachers in the audience. And the announcer says, "How do you know they were retired teachers?" And the rodeo clown says, "One of them has no principles and the other one has no class." So there you go. Some rodeo clown humor.
That's good.
I'm into it. All right, you ready for this one?
Oh, yeah. Cody Butler, 18. Clint, I have always wanted to rope in the rodeos for as long as I can remember. I started riding when I was 3. I had some leg problems when I was small, so my parents taught me how to ride a horse. Riding horseback is excellent exercise for everyone. I could do things on a horse that I couldn't do on the ground. It made me feel good about myself.
So
What a story.
I don't know. That one's wild to me. He had trouble walking,
Horse ride.
so they just put him on a horse. I wish that would have continued in his life. And instead of a wheelchair, he just rode a horse everywhere. Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah.
If it was horse accessible stairs and streets and things like that.
Oh, yeah. And then little stables in the classroom.
Yeah, I love it. I'm a big fan. I think, when I finally have children, which is imminent, I'm sure I'm going to have tons of kids, but I'm not going to let any of them walk. They're all going to have to ride horses everywhere because that's humorous to me. What does this one say? Oh, here we go. Can you read this one? Can you see it?
To display special shirt, Stetson. To boost interest in Go West Burrs. It was then styled in Western Week in connection with the crafted... Oh, never mind. I fucked that up.
That's fine. Okay.
Week in connection with the International Rodeo to be held February 5th through 10th.
Can you read what the... Okay, I can get close to it. Let's see.
Well, there's like a division line in between.
Yeah,
the first
exactly,
line
because there's 2
through.
columns. Okay, it says the White House in Bassett Center will have on display beginning Monday a special $2,500 Stetson hat and a $2,500 Western shirt. And can you read what a description there?
Known as
get close if I have to.
Known as the finest straw hat in the world, the John B. Stetson Co. had the hat woven by hand in Ecuador from Toquilla fibers. It was then styled and crafted into its present shape, and custom jewelers executed the special band. The shirt is woven of 24 karat gold thread, diamonds studded with a rhinestone fringe. During rodeo week, all of the employees of the Bassett Center store will wear white felt Western hats to boost interest in the annual event.
I get it. I'm more impressed by the golden shirt and the hat. And it doesn't really, it just says that they're putting them on display to boost interest, but that sounds like an award. Somebody should win that. Don't you think?
That'd be a pretty good award.
I mean, we got rodeo queens and rodeo kings. Oh, High Priestess 1311, Brittany says, my daughter rocked the fringe today.
Nice.
Golly, I don't have any fringe. I need it, though.
I need some sleeve fringe.
But I think we should steal that. I don't know. That was like a million years ago. What year was it? Can you see?
1963.
Oof. It's probably not even still around.
Someone has it.
Exactly. And that means we're going to have it. Maybe that should be one of our goals, to steal the tequila hat and golden shirt or whatever.
Fibers. Pinpoint the location, it will be ours.
Cinderoni says Conda could wear fringe so easy.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Conda could wear anything.
No. I'm very particular.
Except Artesia.
Boom. All right, you got this one?
Rodeo Days at Bassett Center. Whoopee. A Dolly Parton lookalike contest. The first 20 contestants to enter win Dolly Parton albums and trophies just for signing up. First prize is a $200 shopping spree at Bassett Center. Second prize, $50 shopping spree at Bassett Center. Judging will be Saturday, February 11th at 2:30 p.m. Sign up at the Bassett Merchant's office. Or for more info, call that number.
That is so cool. I
Oh,
wonder
that
what
drawing.
the Dolly Parton lookalike wins. You know? Maybe the golden shirt. That's what it should be, because this is also at the Bassett Center, the mall, where the shirt and special hat were on display. The $5,000 worth of Western wear. Yeah, I say a Dolly Parton lookalike should, if they're good enough to win a lookalike contest, that's a good prize.
Yeah, I could win that.
You could win the Dolly Parton lookalike?
Easy.
Gosh. Well, I mean, you are a chameleon. For those who know, those in the know, 1 week Pepito did a segment and he portrayed both Omar Rodriguez Lopez and Bjork in the same scene. It was intense.
You're intense. What the fuck?
You're very good. I think you would win. I love it, Pepito.
And here's what I think of Trump's wall.
Yes.
Yes. Who did that? Oh, that was you. Did you just play a sound alert and then go, yes?
That's the one I wanted to see the whole time.
Okay. Yeah,
I've been
that's what I
pressing
wanted
it.
to see. I ran out of time today. Or I got distracted or something. But there's another new sound alert. I want to do the Susie Cat in the Hat sound alert.
Oh.
I'm sure there are many watching this who are not familiar with that video, but it's coming up. We're going to have that be a sound alert soon. Let's see. Do I have... Okay. Golly. See,
Ooh.
I'm a big dummy. let you pick, should we talk about the devil or rodeos first? But I forgot I had this picture of rodeo daredevils. And I was like, oh, we can have this be the last rodeo thing. And they talk about daredevils, and that's a perfect transition to talking about the devil and Devil's Triangle and stuff like this. But I messed up.
It didn't happen that way, but you had a chance to explain it if it had.
Exactly. And the important thing is we get to look at some daredevils. Are they all on two horses?
Yeah, it looked like, yeah. How do they
Wow.
do that? Wow. I love that rhyme, the arena kachina.
Oh boy. Yeah, I forgot about that one. That's very good. But in our original rodeo episode, we talked about the Carlsbad legend Paul Bond, the famous bootmaker. Remember?
Yeah.
He did stuff like this. I got a photo of him standing up on a horse. He didn't need to, like some of these El Paso. Let's admit it, they're wannabes. They can never do what Paul Bond does.
Yeah,
that is pretty much what I have for the rodeo stuff. Are you pleased with it?
Very much. That was cool.
It was fun.
I want that shirt. God, we gotta figure out where it is.
The fucking golden shirt. I know.
And the hat. Oof.
Yeah, the tequila hat. Oh, Soy Teresa in the chat says call Chon again.
Yeah.
So, should we do that to close it out?
Let's call him again.
Okay. Yeah, producer Nico says she just tried to Google the shirt and no luck so far. But I'm telling you, if it exists, if there's a trace of it on the internet, Soy Teresa will find it. And she's just that good. Would you call the phone so that I can... Thank you. Hey, Pepito. Hello. All right, let me hit my button. I think it's this one. I remember that it's the second from the bottom. 575-6-80-50-72. All right. Hey. How's it going?
Oh, it's good. I'm just walking through the gas station to get some liquor.
Hell yeah. What are you getting?
What's that?
What are you getting? What kind of liquor?
Svedka.
Wow. I wanted to ask you, what do you have Netflix?
I do have Netflix, yeah.
All right. I was thinking, what if we started letting people in the chat recommend movies for you to review?
Oh, that's such a good idea, Jeff.
They could say, hey, this is on Netflix. Sean should watch it and let us know, you know?
Yeah, what Lewis said.
Yeah.
Who's that? No, that's a great idea. Yeah, let's do that. I'm down.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Hey, I want to ask you guys, how was your El Paso week?
Oh, it's going great. We're doing El Paso month. Brittany is in the chat right now, and she says, "Is this
Brittany Pacemaker? Pace yourself?"
And she says, "Is this Sancho Villa?"
This is Sancho Villa, and I mean, it's whatever. I don't know.
And she says to tell Sean, tell him Britt said sup, yo.
Yo. Well, don't you see each other?
And good night.
Me and Brittany go way back. Anyway.
Oh, absolutely. We have Brother Binks in the chat said good night. So I'm assuming Binks is out, and just want to acknowledge and say hi to Binks. Thanks for watching.
Oh, thanks.
Sean, do you have any movie review this week?
I do actually have movie reviews, and so
all right.
I went and watched the new Joker movie, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Joker 2.
I just gotta say, like, I mean, there's a lot of people that hated on it.
Yeah.
And I was in choir for a long time. I was section leader for the tenors.
Yes.
I was also in show choir and yeah. And like I don't know, for me, I love musicals, and so it's kind of different for me. I love Lady Gaga.
Okay.
She's one of my favorite actually persons on the planet. Besides, like, you know, honestly, my favorite people on the planet are Brad Pitt, Robin Williams, and Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Those are my favorite people on the planet.
Right.
But it was good. I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't. I enjoyed it.
Nice.
A lot of musical parts on it. And then, I mean, they killed off one of the main characters, I guess, but they're doing their own thing for DC, I guess. And so that's on them, but whatever. And sorry if I spoil that shit for everybody, but
hey, they gotta take advantage while they can. You can't sit on the Joker scoop forever.
Our audience.
Jeff, you understand.
Yes. Brittany in the chat says that her and I were show choir partners, and that is true. There's some funny
Not only
pictures.
that, you guys would have been in like the all-state show choir, like top 100, top 3.
Of course, the top 100, top 3. That was us. We were there.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think me, you, and David DeSoto were the top 3 of all time. But whatever. I mean, whatever.
You got to get David DeSoto on this.
Oh, Hagerton. I'm sorry. Oh, where is my manners at?
Where is your manners at? Jeez Louise.
That's so funny. Anyway, good times.
Yeah, Good Times. I think. Have you seen the movie Good Time?
I haven't.
Oh, no. Gosh. I wonder if that one's on Netflix. That would be so cool.
I've got Netflix. I got Hulu. I've got Crunchyroll Premium.
Okay.
I love anime.
All right.
I've got all kinds of shit, but it's whatever. HBO Max, Showtime. I got all that shit.
Wow, you're on it. We're gonna think, and I'll get back to you about what movie I would like you to watch and review. That'd be very sick.
Please.
Well, cool, man. I'll let you get to your drinking. We're wrapping the show up. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, thanks for calling me back again. I miss you guys, and I love you guys. You guys have a good night, all right?
Excellent. You too. Brittany in the chat says the b-ball playing drummer Dinah, miss her. Oh, Dinah. I heard that in the O'Donna style.
And she have like a variety of mallets.
Dinah?
Or your foreign exchange student drummer?
Oh, that was Flory.
Oh, Flory. Oh, it was
Dinah is Dave's mom.
Oh.
We're talking Dinah DeSoto
I don't
right
know.
now.
It was a
But
part of
yes.
the show choir crowd. It wasn't cool enough.
I miss Flory. She was sick. She was a great drummer. She drummed.
Did she smoke hand-rolled cigarettes?
I think she did. Papito, we should start closing this out. but I just have two more buttons that I haven't pressed here.
Oh.
And I think they are things that I found that were related to the research for this episode, but not necessarily a part of it. I don't know. Let's see here.
So cool. That's cool.
Oh, this one. This was interesting to me. This does not fit in with rodeos or the devil, but I was looking through the El Paso newspaper archives, and I said, okay, what mentions of Carlsbad has El Paso done on October 13th of any year? And this is, can you see the year?
1985.
Yes, so on this day in 1985, the El Paso Herald, I believe it is,
Yes.
put this
Times.
article about I think they say he was a former mayor pro tem of Carlsbad that was arrested for murdering his wife, and then he was there for like 5 years in prison, and then he was released, and then he was doing speaking engagements at various churches in Carlsbad and things like that. So that is what El Paso reported about Carlsbad on this day years ago. And I read the article. No offense, but I think they have a strong case for saying that this man might have been guilty. There was a lot of stuff, like she was shot with the same type of gun that he had, and his gun was miraculously unable to be located afterward and things like that. It was allegedly. Who was this man? And yes, I agree. I don't know. But another reason I wanted to bring that up is he was a mayor pro tem, and one of the 40 under 40 this year in Carlsbad is JJ Chavez. And I think he was mayor pro tem at some point. And I say that to say I knew JJ Chavez growing up, and that might be our in. I don't know the mayor, but JJ Chavez was mayor pro tem at once. So maybe that's how we get keys to the city. Maybe we can finally do it because we know somebody who has served in a mayorship position.
We know people who know people.
Absolutely, we do. So that was one thing. And this last thing to shut it down. Have you ever heard of this? Devil's Canyon?
I don't think so.
And hang on, I gotta lean in close here. What does it say? Lusty legends of
captive
boundaries. Yeah, I need to. This is another thing that I read a little bit about, but I was doing other research, and I thought I don't have time to fully get to the bottom of this. Wait a second. High Priestess 1311, aka Brittany, says she has.
See, she's been everywhere.
So she knows this. It says, this article says, does Devil's Canyon really exist? And I don't know what they mean by lusty legends. That sounds very intriguing to me. You know?
Yeah. I'm just trying to skim.
I mean, I know that there's a Devil's Canyon trail and things like this, but the way they say, does Devil's Canyon really exist, makes me wonder if it is, I don't know, very ephemeral. My grandpa spoke of it. Okay, so Brittany has some experience hearing about this. We should definitely look further into the Devil's Canyon outside of Carlsbad. I think that would be great. Pepito,
Y'all are so lucky.
what do you think we should do next week?
Thought you had a plan.
I do, but
Dance.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Why don't next week we discuss dance and psychics?
Sick. Dance psychics. I'm sure they exist.
Dance and psychics. I have not done any research yet, but El Paso is the type of town, it has to have some history with dance and psychics. I think there's a ton that we can find. High Priestess 1311 says Tarot and Devil's Canyon and dance. Yeah, we should do an update on Devil's Canyon next week. But the primary themes or topics for next week are going to be dance and psychics. Pepito,
Hey.
I will see you back here in this exact location 1 week from tonight. Thank you for the show. Thank you for the stream.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Good night.